I did that backwards. Hello, my true crime lovelies. Yes, I've done a live stream before, I promise. How are you all doing? I've got with me Florida PI Sam. If you're watching from my channel, the button to subscribe to Sam's channel is pinned. Do you want to introduce yourself for those who may not know you?
Sure. My name is Florida PI Sam. I am a licensed private investigator in Tampa, Florida. However, I went to law school for my midlife crisis. Chose not to practice law, but instead to be an investigator and work in criminal defense. And I just so happened to work on Sarah Boone's case back at the beginning when Mauricio Padilla was her attorney. I was on that case then. I work on some of the other cases that we will be seeing come to YouTube and that some of you have already seen on YouTube.
Awesome. So the text messages I have that we're going to read today are in June. So this is long after you were on. So I'm interested to hear.
We're way so far down the road.
I'm interested to hear like what you think about how it all unfolds.
Yeah. So I worked on it, like I said, initially, right? I went over there to the jail twice, at least twice. I can't remember if I went 3 times. I know both times were 4 hours. Those are hours I'll never get back, ever.
So a total of 8?
At least 8, a minimum of 8 hours.
Oh my God.
Minimum of 8 hours, because we go in for 4 at a time. But I came off the case because Billy was handling everything, and he's in Lakeland, which is closer to Orlando, and I'm in Tampa. I'm like, you don't need me for this. And once I came off, I have other cases, and you guys stop paying attention. And I was seeing it pop up all over YouTube. And one day, another creator was talking about some things, and I was like, I'd like to clarify about the JAC and how things get paid for and how much this is costing and how this process is going on, because people are reading the motions, but they're not understanding the process of it, right? So that's when I appeared.
Nice. Well, we're glad you're on the scene. I think some people know you from your prior sharing on other channels, and now if they don't know, they know today that you have your own channel, and so hopefully they'll go over there and subscribe.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go through a couple of the chats, and then we'll just hop right in. You guys, let us know if you can hear us both okay. Sometimes I'm a little loud, sometimes I'm a little echoey. Don't feel shy about telling me so I can fix it for you. We've got Jane G. Cat Lady, OMG. Here is an old 65-year-old thrilled to be a part of the 300. You truly are amazing. And when I win the lottery and pay to have a show off Broadway with you reading these texts, I'm doing it. Oh my God. I would love that for a job. Although I would need some serious therapy afterwards because it takes a lot to read, Sarah.
I know. Look, you're like armoring up.
Yes.
You're like,
yes.
I'm getting myself ready.
Oh my God. Confused in Cali. Oh Lordy, what cray cooking up now? Yes, the anticipation. All right, I'm gonna run the intro, and then on the other side, we'll get right into Lana and Miss Boone. The womance continues. All right. Let me take Jenny's message off of the screen. Hi, Jenny.
Hi, Jenny.
Okay, let's see. Should we be here or?
You told me it was right under the blue line. That's where I have it pulled up.
Yes, I'm just trying to figure out where our head should go. I think we're good on the side here, and then we'll just hop right on in.
The boss of that. I have my chat pulled up. I see you guys. Hi. I can't multitask this much. I got to pay attention over here to be part of this dramatic performance.
Okay, you're the first one up, incoming on 6:20. So for everyone's context, Cashman has entered her motion to withdraw, but they have not gone before the judge yet.
Okay, so this is another thought from Frozen Bouncer Lana. Am I in the right place?
Yes.
Awesome. Hey, it's 3 a.m. when I'm starting this, and I'm a chronic insomniac and have a few more thoughts about Catfish Banfield. You've probably never heard of Sherilyn Cadle, who started contacting Chris Watts. He pled guilty to annihilating his wife and 2 toddler daughters because of an affair he was having. But she started cozying up to him because of a book about him she wanted to write. She got him to write a ton of letters and visit him a number of times in person in order to ultimately write a book and do the whole fame game circuit and get interviewed by many of the talk shows, including the real Banfields. Long story short, it turned into a massive mess with her falling out with his family, who tried to use her, and his late wife's family, who felt used and exploited. She wrote 2 independent books, one based on his letters with some sort of redemption message, and the second one written after the big family meltdown, containing what she declared were all the evil secrets they didn't want the public to know. When she started doing the whole public circuit, people started accusing her of making a bunch of money from her books as blood money, and many suspected that Chris's family expected a cut roundabout, since it's the law that a convicted felon can't profit off their crime directly. It was a massive hot mess. I checked Amazon, where many independent small-time wannabe authors tried to self-publish their books, and my suspicions were on point. Someone named Tony Alexander wrote some book called That's My Name, the true crime story of Sarah Boone, and included a lot of court transcript. It said it was independently published and had 158 pages. The front cover is one of the mugshots I've seen frequently against a background of like a concrete garage or something like that. Being as smart as you are, I'm guessing you're thinking right in lockstep with what I'm thinking. I bet this Catfish Banfield would have responded to your letter to try and sound authentic. Maybe even going as far as to order fake letterhead from Shutterfly or something to appease you. You can make that in order. You don't have to. Then probably suggest that you first meet up with an assistant or a producer to work out preliminary interview questions, seemingly in preparation for this actual interview. Okay, I'm exhausted already. Like, how she's got a very strong internal dialogue. However, I'm guessing that this producer is the actual ambulance chaser who is deceiving you. Then, after they get you to answer exclusive questions of the producer and pretend to ask you which questions and answers you want to see, seemingly making you feel like you are in control so you'd open up more, then they would disappear and then try to sell some of the exclusive tell-all about you, exploiting you for their own sick profit. They'd save your letters as proof, like Sherilyn Cadle did, and you'd get used and exploited. I can't tell you how much that very idea pisses me off. I will support anything you do or say, but I am smelling a troll who wants to scam you for money. Sick freaks. I say let Catfish Banfield eat static. Her personal assistant said to me that she hadn't been to Texas anytime recently. I just pause and tell you that a very long time ago, in a state called Texas, in a city called Dallas, I knew Ashley Banfield.
You did? Oh, wow.
She wouldn't know me from the grass. I had a very good friend who was dating a guy whose best friend was dating Ashley Banfield. And they all hung out at this one particular locale, which I'm not going to name, that I just ended up getting a job at, because I was like, if everybody's here all the time, I might as well get paid.
Why not?
So she was on the local news. She was a local news anchor in Dallas, Texas at this time in the 90s when I was in school there. So that was the origins of Ashley Banfield. So when I was listening to you read these the other day and the letter had come from Texas, for a second I thought, well, that tracked for me, but for 30 years ago, right? Because the original Ashley Banfield started in Dallas. So okay, I will.
I always wonder, though, if they're going to lie about it, why not get their facts right to at least be plausible? But what do I know?
Right. Exactly. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I say let Catfish Banfield eat static. Her personal assistant said to me that she hadn't been to Texas anytime recently. I told her my name and that I wanted to verify a possible correspondence from you showing an interest interviewing Sarah Boone. I think she means I wanted to verify a possible correspondence from Ashley Banfield. I'm going to say Benefield. Banfield showing an interest in interviewing Sarah. Is that what you take from that?
Yes.
Okay. I never told her that I speak for you or even that we are in direct communication, and she didn't ask me those questions. It was a very short verification issue. The real Banfield may actually hear that I called to verify, and maybe not, but she knows how to contact you the proper way. I know, Sarah, that I'm extremely honored that out of all the letters and games people are playing with you, that you choose to respond to my Emilio mangled mail. I'll never forget it. And I'm always, 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 always on your side, my friend. I do not want to write any books, and any publication coming anywhere near me can pound sand. I don't need any more money, and I find your friendship to be much more and higher value to me. I mean it. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, Lana.
All right, and then Sarah responds 6:20 at 10:33 a.m. regarding another thought from frozen bouncer Lana. Hi, friend forever, heart. Sorry for the attitude yesterday. You know, the whole COVID breakout. It rained all day. I had a skull-crushing headache. My letter is still not up, is it? And I'm still in jail knowing nothing about anything, as always. Forgive me. I know you've seen Weird Science, the part where the motorcycle gang breaks up the big party. When the leader screams at the top of his lungs in the middle of the living room, that's how I feel. When you hear and see a baby screaming and crying in the grocery store with their face all red, that's how I feel. The constant walnut in my throat, no, it's not COVID. That's how I feel. It's okay. Really. It's okay. I love you so much for caring. Really, I do. And I must say, does it not prove me right about not being included in my case so much? Cashman didn't even include me in the CORS certificate of service or send me a copy. No one has sent me anything, or someone made an announcement of her withdrawal. I still don't know anything except from you, which is a lie because she also knows it from Christina. I still don't know anything except from you, but it's me, right? And who are you, badass? I can't believe you. Thank you for being on my side, as I cannot imagine what you are capable of if you weren't, like, if she was against her? Phew, Lana, you must understand how wowed I am by your intelligence and resourcefulness, truly. But I do not anyway care about any of it. People are going to do what they're going to do, what they're going to do. There's nothing I can do. And remember, in the end, the darkness never wins. I have a light so bright, you've seen a bit of it, that I will overcome all of this. I am just so saddened at all the scum, pitiful bottom feeders, minions of Satan, actually, that are out there. That's what I mean by being sheltered. I never knew what is out there until jail. I am blessed for the blessings of experiencing everything God wanted me to see and still. So, how much is the book, Lana? Are there others? Please purchase for me, oh my God, if you can, so I can finally get a glimpse of what people are saying. This would be my first actual encounter with the realization of the exploitation of myself and case, and I keep trying to tell everyone, especially my tarred lawyers who seem unimportant. As said, I am not out to sue yet. But to prove it's not about being a civil case or not, it's affecting my case regardless. And to hold it up in court. How much? What are the reviews? How many reviews? What else can you tell me? If you find a better one or another, you can purchase also. Please, please, please do. I am super shaking my head and rolling my eyes so far back in my head. So sad. If you are unable, please don't worry about it. I learn so much from you anyway and take everything you tell me to heart and trust you with my life, Lana. Know that and never have any doubts how I feel about you as my never before had friend like you. I do not know how to explain it in words. I love you and trust you, period. I am never upset with you for all you share with me regarding case information. I welcome all of it. So keep it coming, please. I can see in the dark with you. I'm always, 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 always grateful for you, including your love and care and support foremost, and your credits. Thank you. Opinions, feedback, extreme intelligence, commissary, everything I cannot express verbally. Thank you forever. And yes, I am coming to Minnesota. I was already thinking about it to personally hug you like no one ever. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself with hubby at dinner and didn't overdo it at the casino. You can blow it out your elbows next time. Personally, I love 5-card draw and roulette. 21 is fun too. So make room on the couch, baby. My favorite food I could eat every day is my mom's spaghetti and meatloaf. Every day. Pasta is my favorite. I'm a good cook also. I would love to make something for you to show my gratitude. Full belly equals happy soul. Save me a place at the table too. Winky face. And FYI, the Skittles haven't come yet. I won't get until Monday since you missed the ordering day by 1. Wednesday in order to receive the upcoming Monday. If not, we have to wait until the following Monday. It's all good. I'll let you know for confirmation on your end so you know your money isn't floating around in Scamville jail world. Again, thank you forever and ever and ever and ever. Infinity. I feel there's something else I'm forgetting to write or tell you. Oh, Freaky Friday with Lindsay Lohan. Truth, I had her CD and absolutely rocked out to it. If she would have made another, I would have bought it too. She's another misunderstood, exploited individual also. The last time I heard anything about her, she married a Russian and was very happy as he loved her for her, not her money or publicity. Oh, are they still married is the question of the hour, scrunchy face. Just know I love you and would miss your everything if ever we would go our separate ways, which I do not plan on doing ever. So much I'm planning a trip to see you. Remember that. Thank you, Lana. I await the day to just be in awe of your goodness, face to face. We're in this together. Although she said were, but she means where. We're in this together for the long haul, friend. Forever fellowship. Thank you, heart.
A lot. That's a lot.
It's a lot.
Forever's a long time. Okay.
Apparently, it didn't last past March 2nd, though. But that's another story.
I have questions. I have questions, which may have been answered in your last reading, and I missed it. But I have questions about the state of the relationship today.
I only know from their calls that they haven't been calling one another, or Sarah hasn't been calling her since early March. I don't have any new text messages for the prison, so I don't know if maybe they've just decided to text, but there seems to be a gap where they were talking all the time before.
And I was thinking about it, right? It took me a second to put all the pieces in place because I'm slow at times, but Lana watched the trial. So Lana saw the videos, not just the videos that had already been out there, but like the other videos, and still showed up to speak on her behalf. Right?
Yes. So at that point, she knew about the bat. She'd seen all the videos, the one on the landing with George, where he said he was overwhelmed, the hostage video where he's explaining how she's a good person and would never harm him. Yeah. Northwest is saying Lana said she was on a break.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Northwest. Okay.
I couldn't keep up with the chat when we were on, but she was in the chat, so they know more than I do at this point.
All right. Awesome. Okay.
So we go to 621, and that's you.
Okay. Are we skipping?
We're not going to read Christina. We're just going to go through
okay. Okay, gotcha.
The romance, bromance, womance.
Got it. Hey there, Weird Science. That one I haven't seen in years. Is this the right one? I have it blown up so big so that I can read it on my other screen. Is that right? Am I in the right place?
Yeah, you're in the right place.
Okay, perfect. Sorry. All right.
No.
That one I haven't seen in years. But you're right. No self-respecting child of the 80s hasn't seen that movie. Young Bill Paxton before his game over lines from Aliens. The book is being sold as $10.95 and it's not on Amazon, but some obscure site I've never heard of. I tried to order it and the site crashed. I'll keep trying a couple more times. It looks shoddy. I wish the site would let me send you the screenshot. It's sold at the Greenlight online bookstore. There are no reviews shown. Are you even allowed to have paperback books sent to you? I wonder if that is considered contraband since books have been used before for nefarious reasons. Your letter still isn't published. I wonder if someone is blocking it from being published now. By law, it's supposed to be public information. They have the right to redact sensitive portions of it, like addresses or kids, or talk of extreme abuse after a certain point. But I know that every side has to have read it. Were you able to get a copy? Did you write notes? Maybe it just takes longer for 58 pages to be scanned, possibly censored, and then subsequently published. You want to know what people are saying about you? There's one thing I wrote you in that 5-page letter that Emilio ate. And that was in the same YouTube live stream video that Zav Girl posted yours and possibly George's high school pictures. She found someone in the audience posted a rumor about you that Zav repeated while saying it was unconfirmed, was that you were given a plea deal of manslaughter that you turned down. I haven't heard that in any other videos, but a couple of the defense attorneys that were interviewed for Court TV and other news outlets were starting to talk manslaughter versus murder. What I'm about to tell you, say nothing back to me about. I'm telling you what people are saying, and to respond might not be a good idea. Catch my meaning? You know how words are used and twisted. Anyways, they are saying that they believe that the videos you recorded are a slam dunk for the prosecution. People are calling you narcissist, but I see that about every single true crime case. It's an overused word like racist or abusive. They're also painting you as unlikable, which is why I always tell you to win your lawyer and win the jury. A few idiots who think they're smart call you Suitcase Sarah. You have to know that they don't know you and don't know anything about you or the situation. That's one thing to thank Transparent Tea for. And that's that she also posted the other side of the story with the previous body cams from 2018 and 2019 after some of the worst domestic violence that happened. She also humanized you by posting the jail logs because your positives showed up on there too, as well as the information and negative contacts. There are some long, glowing remarks from some of the guards about your helpfulness, friendliness, above and beyond work ethic, and many other nice things that show the public that you're not some caricature. I don't like to post the negative that people say about you. It's ridiculous and asinine, but I think you're right. Social media hamstrings your ability to find unbiased jurors and get a fair trial. However, not a lot of people know who you are either. You are big news in the true crime circuit, but I haven't seen you on my Minnesota network station affiliates. You are shown in Orlando, but again, I wouldn't have known had I not been in true crime. Okay, you can respond now. Haha. Swallow that throat walnut and take a deep cleansing breath. I am on your side. My son thought I was a big nerd when he was growing up because I would research his teachers. One was pretty heavy-handed with him when he was in the 3rd grade, and I looked up his teacher's background. She came with a lot of baggage. She had 3 DUIs, had been transferred between 4 schools, and should have been fired had she not had tenure and knew how to game the system. 3/4 into the year, and she has to take a leave of absence indefinitely for dosing herself with enough Xanax to put an elephant into a coma. She did eventually lose her job permanently and is now a substitute teacher in a private Christian academy last time I checked some years back. My son is now 24, so that was 15 to 16 years ago. I also discovered a girl he was Jay treated in to be a serial shoplifter. I don't know what she means by that. He was Jay treated in to be a serial shoplifter. He didn't believe me until she and he went to Target and she walked out of there with some shampoo and a soft drink she stole. Weird. She had money, but she liked the thrill. Kind of like
I
that
think
woman.
it's dating. Sorry. I think it's like the autocorrect. I think it's dating.
Got you. Thank you. Okay, because that makes sense. All right. She had the money, but she liked the thrill. Kind of like that woman in Breaking Bad. Not sure if you were into that series or not. Anyways, have you even heard from Cashman? The clock is ticking to October and no word of your next move? Really shoddy of Kranick and Cashman to leave everyone hanging, and especially you, who wants to be at work mounting the right defense. I am with you. If God be for us, how does that finish? That's right.
Well, all right. Wait. So she's got her detective skills long before she met Sarah.
Okay. All right.
Okay, outgoing on the 21st at 12:23 p.m. to Lana. Good morning, darling friend. Angel face. So nice to get a message from you first thing in the day with your abundance of information and love and goodness. Thanks for loving me too. Rainbow! I know now what I'm going to do regarding a jury. We're going to figure out a way to clone you and get it done correctly. Yes, I cannot believe my letter is still not available. The officer this morning said it's greatly infringing on my right to free speech by them not posting like they have everything else, and then some. It's been 2 complete weeks since I hand delivered the letter. The hand delivery I made to the other ding dong judge was posted that afternoon, so I don't understand the problem with this one. Ding dong judge would be Wooten. Okay. I am waiting patiently as always. Infringing. They can't. And yes, I can receive soft cover books. I love you use the word nefarious. Such a good word. There are many nefarious people in here also. O-Face. We actually have a donated book cart with hardcover books, but it's a limited selection and fights start over the few we do get. I've lucked out a very few times and found some good ones, like The Terminal Man by Michael Crichton, Travels with Charlie by John Steinbeck, also Love of Mice and Men, Behind Closed Doors by B.A. Paris, 1 in 100, treasures for sure when I find one. There's so many books I'm missing out on, cry face. Still, if you can send me any books about me, the shock value in court or to my next attorney is greatly heightened. So is my map if they ever freaking post my letter. Screenshots are very welcome also. Whatever you got, friend. Beggars can't be choosers. Winky face. Oh, and tell me, while I'm thinking about it, after you told me George's mother was interviewed live on the phone with Ashley Banfield, the woman barely speaks English. So how did that go? And did they put her under oath when she spoke? I'd love to know, please, what she said and how they did it with the language barrier and lies. I haven't heard from anyone, Lana, nor received anything in the mail about the withdrawal. I've got a friend joining. My POS former husband tried asking me about it, being nice and fake, hoping I'd tell him what's going on. And apparently from him and my brother and my friend who was in here with me, it's all over the news, etc. So the friend in would be Christina Pena. So like I said with everything, when do I get to know about anything in my case? It's in all of my letters. No, baby. Especially this latest. I'm still dumbfounded how we're going to trial in October. Hang on one second. Let me find Elmo for him. Let's see. Do you want to look at Elmo? Please hold. Elmo. Okay, there you go. We'll see. Elmo. Oh, are you uploading videos? Elmo. Elmo. Oh. I just Elmo. Okay, here he is. How does that work? I love how you said everyone thinks it's a slam dunk, and I'm guessing they aren't even bothering to defend me at this point, ever. I know you know the story of Gideon's 300, Judges 7 1 through 25, which started out at 32,000. Only the brave and bold remain. I just want one. Pretty please? See, I'm trying to be nice. Actually, I don't have to try. I am nice, scrunchy face. So tell me, is Dav Girl for or against or neutral about me? Is it just a rating thing? I would love to see his high school picture. I think she means her.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait.
Oh, no, he said he didn't graduate. So I'm yeah. Maybe George's.
Yeah.
Maybe George is the he. He didn't graduate, so I'm curious to see what she's got of him. Send if you can. And whatever supposed plea they're talking about, they're incorrect, which is not true because we know from her brother that Cashman told her about the plea for 15 years and manslaughter. So I don't know why she's pretending with Lana. Everyone, like everything else, assumes what they want. If so, though, it's a first for me to learn. Sigh. The key word is believes. Everyone believes the wrong thing. And how cute, Suitcase Sarah. How original. And did she think of that all by herself? Gosh, so creative. If I were a rubber ducky, it would be Bath Time Boone, or a bike, Cyclist Sarah, or something super stupid. That would be a fun game, actually, to come up with murder names for different objects. D-face. How about Transparent Tina? For or against or neutral? I think her name is Transparent T, but okay. Please help me understand. What does the other side mean? Mine? What are the body cams of the first arrest I made on him? I've never seen any. What does after some of the worst domestic violence that happened mean? To me? And she humanizes me. I am nice and helpful and care about everyone, even if they call me a murderer and steal from me and are just downright mean. So I had good positives. I have a good bit, as the officers really like when I work for them, and the inmates, because of the super job I do. They all know I have a work ethic for sure. The things I could tell you. One time, an inmate who didn't know what I was in for and was really nice to me came downstairs one laundry day after someone told her, yelling, "You got blood on your hands! Blood! Murderer!" I just stood there holding my hand out, trying to take her dirty underwear while everyone was in shock. She was saying that to me, and everyone got mad and in between us. I said, "It's okay. Do you want me to wash your dirty clothes or not? You came back here for a reason, or was it just to call me names?" She gave me her clothes and left, still saying, "Blood on your hands." I told her I'd try not to get on her clothes after I washed them and folded. Sigh. 2 inmates once got up in front of the dorm and literally made everyone stop what they were doing for the announcement they had. Suitcases are on sale. Sarah Boone has the best deals on suitcases if anyone is interested. Just stop by and see. Yep. Persecution equals strength. Sheesh. The things I could tell you, I don't understand why more people can't just be nice. There's so much good. There's so much more good than bad with me. That's why so much I believe and know for fact, why everyone has to make everything up, as Joseph so kindly said to his terrible brothers after all they did to him. But as for you, you meant evil against me, but God meant it for good. It's all for my good. Romans 8:28. Good Lord. I love how you truly can live by the Bible. I relate to his word all day, every day. One day a scripture means something and another something totally different. God is so great, heart. So are you. I am speechless with your oomph and resourcefulness and how smart you are. Then to be nice on top of it all? Wow. Your husband must be cool too, and your son, if you are you, and to them also as you are to me. You overcome everything. Oh my God, that sentence structure. You overcome everything every day too. No wonder we relate so well. There's no one like you, and I'm glad you're mine. Super amazing, original gangster friend of all times. I love you more than you know or I can ever express. Truly. Thank you for all you Thank you for all of you all the time. Heart. I hope and pray you are feeling good. Your sandals shall be iron and bronze as your day. Social. Okay. Deuteronomy. I hope you're getting out and enjoying your beautiful Minnesota weather, relaxing and smiling. Yesterday was the first official day of the summer solstice, and that means melting everything here in Florida. Yes. When it gets too hot, they close rec, so we can't go outside. Sometimes at 9 a.m., already hitting the triple digits with the heat index. My question is, if someone is hot, don't they have enough sense to come inside? Oh, wait, sense. Another treasure around here. Keep it real, Lana, my friend. Yes. Can't wait to see what you got for me next. Lots of love in the meantime and always. High-fiving, double hands emoji, D-face. And then we have Lana with an FYI on 621 to Sarah. Uh-oh. Did I lose you, Sam?
No, I'm here. I've lost my... wait, so I thought... Oh. If you do order any books, I thought that was Sarah. If you do order any books, please let me know so I can keep an eye
yes,
out
you're right.
there.
It is outgoing. It's outgoing. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Let me see. Where's...
If you do order any books, please let me know so I can keep an eye out for and also here's the address. Books and magazines still come here, not the Seminole address. Just an FYI. The less headaches, the better. Smiley face. Bye. Heart. Okay, and then on 622 at 1:44 a.m., the letter is up.
They published your letter today, finally. It hasn't really hit YouTube yet, but I'm guessing tomorrow, Saturday, through Monday will be a flurry of activity as the usual vultures will pick it apart and analyze it. I haven't read it yet, but I'm going to right now. 58 pages. It shows all 58, but as of this second, I haven't looked through anything. I just saw the update and ran here to tell you. I'll get back to you. Stand by. Whoa, gotta go get...
And then it's you again.
Thanks for this. If I get through to that site, I'll use the right address. I wonder if Amazon would direct deliver to you. I'm still going through your letter. I found a YouTube channel, a small one I've never heard of, called Recovery Addict, who saw your letter and live streamed a full reading of it. And the guy hosting it has a really nice voice, and he's reading it out, which helps me a lot as I was getting eye strain from my tablet as I read it. Not your fault. It's just my eyes. I'll be back. Thanks again. Okay, so the next one is also from Lana. I have it blown up so big I have to scroll over to see where the next one starts.
Same, yes.
I'm looking at a screen over here where my laptop is here. So sorry. Okay. Oh my God. I just finished the live stream from Recovery Addict, who after a quick review of his channel is definitely following your case. He live streamed the reading of your 58-page letter, and apparently there were many viewers in his audience as he read it out. You shouted out the behavioral panel's use of the confused cat meme. That was a secret roundabout shout out to me. You are so awesome. You had the host himself and the entire audience trying to figure out which meme most got it right and what you meant by it. The host of this channel is a smart one because he guessed correctly that she was acknowledging someone you like. Very awesome. And thank you. People were wondering who the cat was referencing and who the women were referring to. I have more to say about your letter and to respond to your thoughts and questions and requests. So I wonder if you'll wake up to a ton of messages from me before this night is over. Wow, this is all exciting. And you really wrote a fantastic letter. The host of the channel was telling a couple of callers calling in that many parts of your letter are resonating true with him. I was really encouraged to hear that. I hope you are too. Can we pause for 1 second? I need somebody to
So there was a letter.
Cat meme. I need the confused cat meme part explained to me.
There was a letter. Actually, yeah, she sent that 58-page letter, and we were all, I'm going to have to pull it up now. I should have done this before. We were all like, what does that mean? And so apparently it was a nod to Lana, because there is a message earlier where Lana talks about the confused cat meme, and apparently Recovery Addict, who I also love his deep, sultry voice.
Yeah, he's got a good voice, yeah.
Got it right. And so there's like some sort of secret code, secret shout out, or Lana is perceiving it as a secret shout out to her.
Okay. All right. Okay, I'm with you. All right. Subject Zav girl. I'm looking up the 2 pictures she posted that she thinks one might be George, so I can get the pictures to send you. And I pulled up her latest stream regarding Shanda Vander Ark, mom who starved and tortured her 15-year-old autistic son to death and is convicted. And she just made a reference to you and waiting for your 58-page letter to come out. Then she referred to one of her members called the Collector, who claims to have a private letter from you to them and wants to give it to Zav Girl to read aloud and show off to the public. Oh my God, that is not okay. What a scummy thing for this Collector to do, and what a scummy thing for Vulture Zach Girl to entertain. That's just mean. My God, as if I needed any more confirmation that I can't be open with my friendship with you. Too many scummy people wanting to use you for their own advantage. You asked Zav if Zav Girl was on your side or not. I actually don't think she cares one bit if you are guilty or innocent. You represent dollar signs to her. The more popular or notable your case is, the happier she is, because it means views, members, money, and fame for her. She stokes the fire of people who think you are guilty, and she will entertain the people who think you are innocent or have a valid point about the justice system. The one case she is personally passionate about is Shanda Vander Ark. That trial is over and done with, but she is still posting jail phone calls and interviewing relatives and friends. I will have a full week hearing the reaction videos to your letter, and I'll relay as much as I can to you so you can get an idea of the effect you have. I saw your map of where people have written you from. Are all of those stars places where you write them back? Do you have many who you message on here on your smart tablet? If so, please make sure none of them are like the scummy Collector. She says this guy has 2 letters. People are trying to get Zav to read the private letter. It's amazing that there are many people who want to hear from you instead of talk about Shanda. I would go to Reddit to see if you're having an impact there, but that place is such a freaking cesspool. Hey, I sent 3. So this is, I think we're on the same. This is 9:03 a.m. So we're still on 6:22. Incoming pictures. Hey, I sent 3 pics through here that I hope are approved. One is the capture of George's mother during her Banfield interview. It may get denied because she is using very choppy and broken English and they had to caption it. The other 2 are possible high school pictures of George at a high school in Philadelphia. The first one I think looks like him, but the second one where he's in the group, I don't think is him. Zav was comparing his high school picture to his mugshot.
I did not see those pictures. Okay, so then Sarah comes back. It's the same day, 10:21 a.m. Subject line, OMG, WTF, wow. Okay, first, I love you. Thank you for all of your messages all the time. Second, I, like you, need to process everything you're telling me so far. I must say foremost, no, the stars do not represent people who I communicate with, only have received some form of communication from. You can see the impact though, right? Visually, that map she sent in was crazy.
I haven't seen it.
Let's see.
I haven't seen the map.
Hang on one second. If I can pull this up. I open this other one. It's the crazy map. Oh, here we go. It's, can I turn that? Can you see that? Uh-oh.
Oh my God. Oh my. Oh my God.
Let's see if it'll let me. Oh, it went all the way back to the top, did it? No. It's a little crazy.
How did she? Oh my God.
Okay,
This was in 2022. Okay, so when was I on her?
Before.
Right, I was okay before that, and then I didn't come onto YouTube until August of 2024. So I missed this.
Oh, yeah.
How did she make that?
That is a good question. I think it's like a printed copy that she added to, right?
Okay.
But the stars are where I mean, the stars are where she's saying she's received some sort of correspondence from, or
exploitation and saturation.
Is that what it said? Oh yeah.
At the top. Yeah.
And then like,
I'm reading sideways.
I don't know what this was.
That's
I don't know why
the continent. So that's supposed to be from the rest of the world, like
North
where
America,
in the world?
South America. I see. Yeah. I know Australia, although she didn't mark it. She's got 2 of her fans in my chat from Australia or in my comments.
Are they people in the bushes?
Yes. Well, Nicole's not really in the bushes. She's quite vocal, but there's 2 more.
Are they people in the bushes? I'm sorry. Yes. Oh. I somehow managed to open us on my phone. I apologize. I don't.
No, it's all right.
I have no idea how I did that. I'm sorry, guys.
Okay, so she thinks it's impactful. Lana thinks it's impactful. I beg to differ. I don't know what that has to do with, but she's very fixated on this publicity instead of focused on defending herself.
Right. But you know what? Just if I may take just 1 second. This is what happens to a lot of them. They stop focusing on the facts of their case as it is, and they start pointing to things that are happening in the outside world as if that is somehow going to change the facts of the case. Because do you see what I'm saying?
I do.
Because people are talking about it, or because people have done this, that, and the other. I mean, the most obvious thing is, tainted jury pool. But it's like anything that points away from what they did, then somehow negates what they did.
Yes. Yeah.
My words are
I wasn't sure if it was like a mental diversion, like they couldn't handle the, because I see it in a lot of these like true crime cases that we cover. It just seems like people are not focus on your defense, focus on your freedom.
They can't though. Like it's almost like they can't process that for some reason, or they can't accept it at some level. So it becomes about something else outside that's happening that they think is somehow going to impact their case. And take away from, like, they forget that there's this thing called the law, and that
we have to follow it.
You have to follow it. That you broke it. There's charges, right? And the charges have elements, and there's like this thing, these check boxes that have to be checked. It's like they just push that off to the side and say, yeah, but what about this? And it's like, that had nothing to do with what you did on this night.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
I totally see what you're saying. And I'm always like in awe of that. And so also just as a tangent, because you said you came in, I mean, you weren't tracking like when Cashman was on her way out.
No.
So Cashman, as you know, was appointed, right? And she was a conflict appointment. Right. So she had to submit to the JAC because Sarah had so many attorneys. Once the judge says like there's no more court appointed, all of her attorneys started filing for their money, because normally they would wait until after trial, right?
Right. And
Cashman submitted an itemized list of all of her conversations, letters that she had with Sarah. Sarah had her researching The Lawyer You Know, had her researching. She was obsessed with it and like forcing Cashman to do it. And then Cashman was like telling her, this is not, we're putting this to bed. And Sarah wouldn't let it go.
Okay. So I have a couple of thoughts. I saw where the money hearing came in. So normally what the JAC wants you to, I work for the JAC, which is to say I'm not employed by them, but I'm a vendor the same as these attorneys are. And so the way that I come into the picture is that when it gets to one of these court appointed private defense attorneys, they can get a court order for me or Billy Lane, right? So Normally, on a multi-lawyer JAC case, what they want is for the case to come to completion, and then they want to divide the money up. They don't want to pay each lawyer out $15,000. That's the flat fee.
Right.
Now, for the lawyers who've been practicing JAC cases for a while, what they do is they file a motion at the beginning for extraordinary billing, right? And it has to be like, this case has 120 witnesses and this and this and this and this. So I'm not going to accept the flat fee. I'm going to bill I'm going to bill hourly. Okay. And so, that's how I have to bill, right? On the tenths of the hour, just like an attorney would. And I have to describe for the JAC exactly everything I'm doing, and for the federal government when I'm on the federal cases. So it's interesting to me because none of them did Cashman then, I know they all got paid, right, 15,000 each from the JAC, but in doing that, was Cashman just making a point, or was she going to the JAC to say, I deserve the extraordinary billing to be paid by the hour?
The extraordinary billing. So because there were 3 of them, right? So it was Bankowitz, who worked on the case over a year. It was Hobson, who worked on it a couple months, and Cashman, who worked a couple more months. But she wanted to justify. So 2 of them got paid. I can't remember the wording. You probably know it better than me. But the JAC required, some of it would be for the hourly, but it would round. Oh, my hands. Sorry. I'm on a Mac. It's reading.
Too.
Yeah. Okay. I just have to stop talking with my hands. But so 2 of them got the flat fee, and hers wasn't based on a flat fee. They based it on her hours, but it was maxed out at the 15,000. The judge said it out loud because there was some kind of JAC rule. I don't remember what it was exactly, but
okay. So normally,
but it was 2 Bankowitz and Hobson got whatever that flat fee was, and then I can't remember the word the judge used, but that's how she allocated for Cashman.
But normally, if you're going to go to the trouble of doing the itemized billing for the extraordinary fees, you are not capping that out at 15 grand. That's because you're expecting to get paid way more money than whatever the flat fee is. Right. So a death case, I think right now is at $25,000, which is nothing.
Such a small amount. I can't believe lawyers.
It's nothing. And they refuse to pay for anything that's considered to be paralegal services. Or last night on my stream, I was talking about the hard drives and all that stuff I need to have to be able to get the discovery so that I can do what the attorneys, that does not get that's not covered by anything I do. So when I'm saying I'm moving content around to try to make space, it's because I don't have $500 to go out and buy another drive. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
And so, but I have to be able to manage all this discovery.
Yeah.
So it's interesting that she would have, maybe Cashman was doing this, doing the itemized line billing because she's nobody would believe me if I didn't document it otherwise.
It had that effect because I would have never guessed. You know what I mean? Obviously I'm not a professional, but just the amount of time she spent with her reading letters and researching, and she was putting her through the pace. Sarah was putting Cashman through the pace.
Well, I think that Cashman was smart to have done that. But, so we have a death case coming up. I have 2 death trials this year, but one of them has been around since 2018. So the flat fee for that is $25,000.
That's nothing. How do
trust me? That attorney is not. I used to work for that attorney, so the billing is on the extraordinary, and you can get, and when you hit certain points, you can file a motion for interim attorney's fees. And so what happens is the JAC wants a hearing, but they will pay you, let's say, because I can't do math, let's say you've billed thus far $1,000 on your case, right? This is a makeup number because I can't.
Right.
They will pay you $850 of the 1,000. You can get the rest at the end on interim billing. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, for an interim billing, because 2 years have gone by and we're still nowhere close to trial, and you've been keeping time, and you want some money, you're going to file a motion for interim attorney's fees with the JAC. Okay.
Okay.
JAC is going to say, okay, you submitted to me a bill. I'm using the number 1,000 because otherwise I can't.
I got you. I got you.
Okay. So just times that up. They will pay 85% of whatever you submit at that time. So
85. Okay.
Of what you billed to the point that day. You know, you
Okay.
continue billing beyond.
I mean, basically, you're funding it essentially, and then you're getting reimbursed. Like,
Yeah.
you're working all of that time and not being compensated, which is crazy to me.
Right. Exactly. That's why, you know, if a death case comes in, or you know, we're getting these cases now where they are they're murder cases, but they have more than one defendant. There's multiple co-defendants.
Right. Like the Gardner case.
Yeah, we're running out of death qualified attorneys in this circuit.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, we're running out of them. The conflicts are, so if like 6 people are being arrested, for example, for the murder of a rapper called Julio Fulio, who was murdered here in Tampa. So you've got like 6 guys, right? So each, it's a death penalty case. Every single one of them needs 2 lawyers. That's 12 attorneys. That's the entire, like, every time we see a clip of an attorney from Tampa on a death penalty case, they may not know me, I know them.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So and it takes a long.
Can there be conflicts? Sorry. Can there be conflicts, or would you not have worked with that unless you had a capital case, like for the defendant? Like, do they get conflicted out?
Yeah, well, so public defender, it's the same thing. Public defender has to conflict out. Office of Regional Counsel has to conflict off. Then it goes to a list of private defense attorneys. Okay. So there's a list for each circuit. I'm in the 13th, that's Hillsborough County. Sarah's, I can't remember what it is.
Ninth. Yeah.
Okay. So in the 13th circuit, to be on the JAC list, to be able to do capital cases, and then even above that, death qualified cases, you have to have so many years experience of so many trials, trying them to completion, jury trials of, you know, where you start with misdemeanors and have to try them to completion. Like Scotty right now can't even get on the list, right?
Oh.
We're trying to get him through enough trials to get him at least where he's got his foot in the door. And then the more it's a level system. It's like tiers.
Okay.
Right? Think about it like you're playing a video game. You unlock the next level. It's kind of like that. So I've got another attorney that I work with here who needs to be on 2 death trials, and he can become qualified because he's doing the certification this year. So I've gone to my older attorney and I'm like, hey, I need you to put my younger attorney on with you to try this death case so that when you retire, I've got somebody. Wait, you see what I'm saying?
Yes, look at you. I love it. Yeah. Yeah.
I have to do this because we've got a
building
generation
up the pipeline.
Well, there's a generation that's going to come off that list.
Right.
And you can't just pop on. I'm sorry. I totally derailed.
No, I'm interested. Listen. Okay, we'll hop back in. Wait. This is me.
Alexa says she has the JAC billing information for Sarah's first 2 attorneys. She'll put it on my Patreon. I have no idea.
I have her whole JAC file, but it's such a mess. They charged me like $400 for it, and none of it was in order. I was super annoyed. But yeah. And then after you told me you were in there, I was like, I didn't really want to dig through it because I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to know that about her.
It would have been through it wouldn't have been through my own stuff.
Okay. Would it be under Billy? Okay.
Yeah, because I was working for Billy at the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's okay. You don't have. I don't think there's anything. I could talk to you about it later.
Okay. I thought instead of counting states and continents in my letter, the actual map would do much better regarding the obvious exploitation of my case, in which what is being exploited and exposed. I haven't even seen myself to rightfully, in which exploited and exposed. I haven't even seen myself to rightfully defend anything. How can my former attorney tell me this has no bearing on my case? Any of what I wrote? No, two, and most important, you are the only person I have had real communication with. Real communication. The only time I've sent anything were thank yous to a few people for their support, and another really nice lady in North Carolina who purchased me a book and sent me something cards. There's another older man in Pennsylvania who writes to tell me he collects arrowheads and loves the outdoors. You are the only one who knows me. If it's anyone, it's probably the super douchebag who sent me pictures of myself crying and got mad when I wrote him back telling him to leave me alone. I am not one of his serial killers and mass murderers he collected art and letters from. He told me in exchange for signed legal paperwork, he'd send me pictures and make my life worth living. Scumbag galore. I'd love to see him post that. There's no one else. No one has anything on me unless, like everything else, it's fake and fraudulent. The pictures of George are pending. I'll let you know when they come through. Thank you. Please tell me your thoughts on the interview and what was said. She is a liar. The whole family is. The real shout out to you was the character assassination reference. Yes, Confused Cat also, as I would not have known about it, anything really, if it weren't for you. So is everyone confused by Confused Cat? What are they looking at to not see the labels of the detectives and Sarah Boone? The pic you sent me of it, please give me your honest feedback. Constructive criticism is welcomed, especially from you, who makes me stronger and keep going. You make my life worth living while I'm still here. You help me sharpen my sword, heart. I can't express my gratitude of your friendship. It's actually a secret friendship, which to me is more powerful. Please know I would never jeopardize the real friendship we have, Lana. Never, ever. Oh, yeah? I trust you with my life, truly. As said, I trust you and hope you feel the same about me. Keep it coming. I love you so much, and I'm fully relying on you for play-by-play. Be honest and know I'm okay. I know nothing except what comes from you. There's so much I want to ask and tell you. I'll wait until your updates and more information. Feel free to ask me about anything. Godspeed! Double exclamation point.
Okay, the next three are Christina. So,
and then it's me to or Sarah to you on 6/22 at 10:37 a.m. regarding FYI.
okay.
Yes, if you ever do order me any books, soft cover only. They have to be sent directly from the manufacturer, like Amazon or Barnes and Nobles, etc. Nothing can come from you or the outside other than from the direct company. And if you can, tell me before you order to make sure I know and everything is okay. Okay? Loves. Thank you. And then Sarah sends another one to Lana at 10:46 a.m. regarding Zav Girl. And no, I do not communicate with anyone on the tablet except you and my dear friend who was in here with me for over 4 years, Christina Pena. I don't even talk to her the way I do with you. You and I have way more to talk about and relate humanly in experience. Humanly, not humanely. She didn't put an E in there. In experience and smart. Girl, I trust no one except you and her, always. Anyone would have a field day if our communication was read. We're a force to be reckoned with. We are having a field day, Sarah. You're right.
Here we are.
10:53, she sends regarding Zav Girl. She's like in a frantic mode, right? So it was 10:37, then 10 minutes later, 10:46, then 10 minutes, not even 10 minutes, 10:53. Can you tell my mind is racing? Sorry for all my messages. If this douchey douche is the collector and tries to pull anything, I'm sending you the pictures of him crying and where he asked for my signed legal paperwork and a copy of my letter telling him I am not a fool and leave me alone. Okay with you? And then it's you. Yeah.
Yeah. I can't see the date and time. The subject is, well, she's doing it. Zach, I think she means Zav, got her mitts on your letter and has just started an impromptu live stream in progress right now. I took a picture of the screenshot on my iPad, so hopefully these overlords will let it through. And then her next one is subject Reddit. I checked Reddit, and so far the new news hasn't hit their site yet. Just to let you know stats, the subreddit r Sarah Boone has 502 members, and as of right now, 3 are on site. The last thread created was about Winston Hobson wanting out, and it started 140 days ago. They're behind the times. I wonder if there's another subreddit on the Court TV or Law and Crime with a subsection for you in it. I very rarely use Reddit, but last time I was on there was to ask a few things about the Nancy Brophy case while I was waiting for the jury to wrap up deliberations. She was the one who murdered her husband, who was the head chef instructor at the Oregon Culinary Institute. She shot him in cold blood using a ghost gun she taught herself to assemble and to use so it couldn't be traced. She was a freelance amateur author and life insurance salesperson. She also spent money like it grew in trees, and she hid all of that from her husband, who really loved her. She had secretly taken out 7 or 8 policies on him, totaling nearly $3 million, if my memory serves me right. I knew right away that she was guilty as sin. Seeing her testify on the stand made my blood run cold. Anyways, I had a good dialysis and got a rest afterwards, so I'm back up and looking out for you. In my next message, I think I might do 2 things. The interview Banfield did with George's mother, I think I'm going to live report for you, meaning I'll watch it as I type and do a paraphrase relay job so you can get the real-time feeling of sitting on the church listening with me. I think she means couch. Warning, I'm not really good at that. That dumb poem, that transparent tea, took me 3 hours to transcribe for you. You are a much better wordsmith than I am, but I have the intelligence to pull out a few nice turns of phrase. You and I have something else very much in common. I love, 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 love to read. Steinbeck's Of Mice and Men is also one of my favorites. Did you see the 1997 adaptation starring John Malkovich and Gary Sinise? Oh my God, the best. I know it's not the only adaptation, but it was by far the best. I was a young and single 23 and watched it at the Mall of America after my work shift had ended. Anyways, catch you on the next message. Is this one?
Yeah, it's you again. This is the 22nd at 7:42 p.m.
Okay.
OMG, or oh my God, please. Yeah.
Please, can I see that? OMG, please, can I see that picture? I don't want you to go through too much effort. And if it's a matter of credits, I'll send some your way.
And then Sarah responds at 9:22, weird face cry boy. That's who you're talking about, right? We get too many messages going and I get confused. The main reason I changed the title of it, what you're asking about, so we can respond better and faster. I can't send via tablet, so I would mail it to you. Trust. And the others, where he randomly sent pics of himself in his trucker hat and wife beater, scrunchy face. So have you confirmed this is the letter, or is she still dangling the carrot? And then she sends another one at 9:48 on the same day. Wow, I can't believe they're so behind. That's POS, former husband's favorite website, too. I'm not worried about it. What else have you found in the meantime? Did you read my whole letter? What is your honest opinion and feedback? Honest about the letter and 58 pages. How is it displayed online? Are there front and back pages, like the map has the USA on one side and the other the world? Does she not understand how it works online? Like, it would just be a page. You're not flipping them online. Anyway, plus some of my pages from working on at different times had blank backs. I was wondering if they corrected that for me and scanned completely or as is delivered. You said the whole 58 pages, but with the backs, it was more. I only counted my pages with content on them. The back of the map was most important to to me to show continence along with all the states. There's so much. Do not waste your energy or time on doing a verbatim of the mom's interview. She's a liar and mean. They all are. If you really want to, great. If not, I'm okay. I want you to focus on something that is be more important, like yourself. Please do not overexert and overdo it. It just came out, and we can take baby steps in deciphering all the ignorance and hate and heretics. No, I'm saying that wrong. Sorry. Heretics and hopeful teammates. I really hope I win some over on this letter. It's my biggest one yet. And if no one else will see from my point of view, as always, I'll do it myself, like I have with everything in my entire life. If the cruel world can ring their bells, I said this in a previous letter I wrote telling the first judge that once you ring a bell, it cannot be unrung. So all the BS being said about me is damaging and hurtful and can't be taken back. Like I said, I will ring mine too and plant my seeds of doubt. Truth, actually, to hopefully steer some to my side. Imagine when I actually get to say my side of everything, not just in letters. I'm glad you're feeling well. So you go every Saturday to dialysis? Gosh, you're tough. I'm so proud of you, Lana. You are such an impressive person. If you can do it, so can I. If Jesus can do it, so can we. All of us together, heart. Oh, while I'm thinking about it, have you checked your mail lately? Keep me posted. The effing officer told us we have to put the tablets back from all the dum-dums being loud. Ugh, ugh, ugh. Sorry, love you. TTYT, heart. And then she writes to Lana at 9:53 with the subject Zav girl. So what's the damage? Ugh. What can she possibly pick apart? It's all true. Oh, yeah. And the picture you sent is not even pending. So make sure it went through. The others you sent of George and the mom came through. So much to say. Okay, hold on. Tomorrow is another day. Thank you. Officer coming. And then Lana at 4:08 a.m. Woo, the next day.
Lana keeps hours like you do, and I do, because I catch you at your early hours.
Yes.
Well, my hours are actually Henry hours, my cat.
Oh,
he's on a different time schedule. So this subject is my thoughts. Well, after watching a few people react to your letter, and after having read it myself and heard it read from multiple sources, I'd say what you did is a qualified success. Quite a few people had to admit that what you said made sense, and that in one case, as I said before, they said that what you wrote resonated with them. I think that is big. A few people refused to read the definitions you wrote because of the copy paste from the law dictionaries, and others were dumbfounded at the maps, state and continent to which your case held reach. I am really, really, really proud of you. You stood up for yourself. Every time I see or hear anyone call you narcissist, I get really pissed at their hypocrisy. They believe that you aren't being mindful of the caseloads of the public defenders. She doesn't have public defenders. They're court-appointed private defense attorneys, and will never get the kind of defense you want. There's a word that rises up to my throat, and not a very intelligent word. I pray God forgive me for this one, but the word I think when people point this is sheer horseshit. Sorry, Lord. I have a big worry. I worry that the prosecution will scour through your letters and weaponize them against you in court. However, you telegraphed a possible defense of your case, and when I read it, I audibly yelled, "Yes, she is hitting the issue they were trying to hide." Don't respond to what I'm about to say. I had a major feeling that other videos on your phone would put the two you recorded into context and cause your jury to look at them in a completely different light. I have a feeling there are many videos and many instances of actionable things that you captured that tell a story of your oppression. Don't confirm. Don't say a thing. But I saw a major defense issue being right there inside your phone. And for you to reference it at the start of your letter rose up an audible, actual shout from me. Yes, 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 1,000 times. Yes. for an attorney not to share your entire phone contents with you in order for you to assist in finding and framing evidence is irresponsible at best. At worst, I don't even want to verbalize what I think. You already know, though. Okay, back to the regular message. I believe you needed to write that letter. It was the right thing to do. Many people are believing that you are already setting up for an appeal, and that means you believe you will be convicted. I don't like relaying this to you, but that is being said by many people reacting to your letter. Many of the big name YouTube people, including Law and Crime, Court TV, Dreading, News from My Soda. I think Reporting Live from My Sofa is the channel, yeah?
Yes, I'm pretty sure that's it.
News from My Soda. And True Crime Deep Dive. Oh, they did you a solid today. More on that. Ellipses. We'll release reactions on Monday. I'm guessing that your court released your letter on Friday afternoon for a reason to avoid the massive influx of phone calls from the diggers and deep divers, plus little old researcher me. SA, I'm sure I will have more thoughts as I see more people react to your letter. I am so proud to know you. Do you know that? I am proud that you are standing up for yourself. I am proud that you take any horseshit from anyone. I am so honored and grateful for your trust and love. Believe me, it is just as fervently reciprocated. Remember Patrick Swayze's response to Demi Moore in Ghost? Ditto. Demi looks a lot better than I do, though. Compared to her, I think I look like a shoe. Lol. Catch you in the next message, my friend. It's been pouring rain all day here, too, but I hope tomorrow we can dry out. And then
it's incoming again. Apologies to anyone for my random scrolling. I was just trying to see the date. Go ahead.
Okay, so this subject is Zav Girl. I can't remember any other picture I'm supposed to send you beyond the George High School pics. All the message you and I've been writing to each other are hard for me to keep straight. I'm sure it will come to is Zav Girl is so oblivious. She is not on your side. She stated that she thinks you think that your case is bigger than it is. And after she said that, who shows up in the chat but the scummy douchebag himself, the collector? That wizard of smart said that you were upset because your case was fading from the public consciousness. It is definitely not. And that you had to make lots of noise to get attention. Scumbag idiot. Speaking of scumbag idiots, I forgot that while I can send you pictures, you can't. Your tablet must not have a camera built in like mine does. The man does not want their inmates exposing their substandard treatment. Ugh. Don't worry about sending me the crybaby pic. You should keep it for your own records in case he tries something scummier. Zav never did end up posting your private letter to the guy. What is it with these people? Are their lives so meaningless as to need to derive meaning from stuff like this? And they have the gall to disparage people who really are on your side. Catch you on the next message. And then Lana again. Banfield interview is the subject. I can't see the date and time. Oh, 6:23, 5:30 a.m. 6:23. Okay. Hey there. I know you told me not to do this, but I am a woman of my word. So I'm going to live blog the interview for you. It was only 4 minutes long, so it won't be that much work. Here goes. Hopefully you have a tasty snack or some cool and refreshing drink as you read away. It was conducted by Ashley's colleague, Alex, who stated that for 3 years, the family maintained its silence until now. They sat down at their kitchen table and talked about who George was and his relationship with Sarah, which they stated they didn't approve of. George's mother stated that she has a lot of sympathy for Sarah because if convicted, she'll never have the chance to raise her son the way she, his mother, did with George. Mother quotes, "He was a good son. He wasn't perfect, but he was a good son. Every time he'd come here, every time he'd just stand at that wall and say, 'Mom, I love you. Mom, I love you.' And I'd say, 'I know you love me. Now come and give me a hug.' And he'd look at his father and say, 'Pop, you're my hero. You're my hero.' He was a father. He was my son. He was an uncle. He was a cousin. And he was a friend. He was a nephew she killed. She didn't only kill my son. I feel sad for her. I don't feel sorry. I feel sad. And I don't hate her. Really, I don't. I don't have that in my heart I'd never hate nobody. She said that she has never seen the cell phone videos and never wants to. She says she has no intention of seeing it, but she will be at the trial. Banfield responds that she hopes they give his mom plenty of advance warning because no doubt it will be played at trial. Then she switches gears and talks to Alex, saying that she knows he also spoke to George's brother, Ezekiel Torres, off camera and asks what he thought about everything that has happened. Alex responded that it was a really great struggle for Ezekiel to talk about his brother because for so long the family disapproved of the relationship. He said that when he would see both George and Sarah walking toward him, he would turn his back and walk away. And now he has an immense amount of regret that he never got the chance to say goodbye to his brother and that he certainly intends to be at the trial as well. He wants to see a guilty conviction come down because he sees that as the only way that his heartbroken family and his brother to get justice. That concluded the interview. Most of what I typed was verbatim, especially the quotations from his mother. Those are her exact words, and of his brother, those are the exact words of the reporter. I know this was emotionally awful on you to read. It was really hard for me to hear and relay, and I'm not even in your shoes, but there it is in its entirety. My next message should be a lot easier than this one. If I could hug you right now, I would. I'm sorry.
So outgoing from. So I want to say too, I think that the prosecutors forgot to tell George's mom about that video because she had never seen it, and how Banfield was saying, I hope they give her extra warning. I feel like in the heat of everything that happened, I don't think she made a conscious decision to sit in there. I think she was just surprised when she went out and started crying.
Right.
She wasn't ready for it.
Mm-mm.
And then I think Ezekiel, both of the brothers at sentencing, they had on the Ace shirt. So it was the one brother who testified, and then on the bench behind him, the other brother also had on an Ace Hardware shirt. I think that was Ezekiel. Okay. On the 23rd at 12:10 p.m., my thoughts regarding my thoughts. Man, I love you. Thank you for being honest and helpful and amazing and proud of me. It's resonating to me. You called me a qualified success. Wow. The am hesitant to read what you send sometimes as the hate hits home after I work so hard just to be pushed farther in the mire. I always read and want you to be nothing but honest with me at all times. Please. I skimmed briefly to prepare myself and I saw qualified success, so I knew it was somewhat safe. You are such a good friend, the true definition of a friend, Lana. Thank you more than you will ever, ever, ever know. Love, love, love so much. Have you checked your mail lately? So here's my thoughts. The copy paste definitions. What's wrong with that? The reason I did that is so everyone could understand so much better my statement. After you read the definitions or reference a few while you're reading, it makes so much more sense. And I didn't copy and paste. I have no computer. I painstakingly wrote it all out. So you have to know it's important to me if I took the time to do it all. So much. Balls to the walls, as they say in here. Did you read the definitions? You already knew what they meant. Smarty. Dumbfounded by my map? Good thing? What made you use that word? Reactions? So the 58 pages were straight copied, or some had blank backs, as I was explaining previously. How does the copy look online? Narcissist. Why? Because I believe in myself wholeheartedly, because I'm honest, a fighter, sticks and stones, mindful of caseloads. No, the attorneys need to be mindful that they can be honest and not take on my case or anyone else's, knowing they have too much. Cashman even admitted to me she was supposedly called by the judge to make sure she could take it on. I'm not the liar. She could have said no, but I believe she thought it was cut and dry and over, just like everyone else. The attorneys have an opportunity to pass. I hope that's the ethical reason she and Hobson are trying to use by being honest for once and knowing ethically it would be wrong to continue on my case and do me unjustly still, or keep me on hold even longer while they did all their other cases. I'm probably wrong, and they're trying to make it seem like I'm asking them to do something inappropriate or under the table. Well, that's how we interpreted it, Sarah. Be nice. File my motion to compel other attorneys to get all my everything back from them. Ask questions. My case is big, and slur word for mental illness are, because of the time it has been given to steam and become the big our slur word case that it is. Why mad at me? Ask the justice system about everything. Habeas corpus. Thank you. No defense I want. What defense at all? There's never a game plan or goals or future in my case, according to all the attorneys. Defense? That's a joke. We'd have been defending if they were to give me my phone, my evidence, my witnesses, my everything. Such a stupid statement. Weaponized against me. How? It's all truth and can't be argued with. It's me against the prosecution and world. As said, there are many ways to win my case. No one ever wants to go the extra mile to do zealous advocacy. Don't respond. You are so effing smart. Now you know why I want and need everything I keep asking for, and no one will give me my defense. It's mind blowing how everyone has withheld from me and then complain I'm delaying trial. WTF. You are so smart. Setting myself up for a PO. What a stupid statement again. No, I'm just being honest and fighting for my life in the meantime of all the horse shit. That felt good. Oh, face. 3 exclamation points. What else would I be doing? Eating and sleeping and getting fat? If the Holy Spirit didn't want me to write and do what I have been and am, then he wouldn't have given me the courage, wisdom, understanding to do it. I just do not understand how I'm a terrible, evil person because I care about myself and future. As in one of my mini interrogation videos, I said, I excel in everything. At least I try to. And I can't believe no one has seen that in everything I've done to date to justify and defend myself. Duh. If everyone is so critical and outright blind, they'd see that in everything else I've been saying and still trying to do. Maybe she means if everyone wasn't so critical. My motto is anything worth doing is worth doing well. This has been instilled in me since I was a child, and I use it to this day. What's wrong with that? Maybe someone should ask what I mean about that when I say compos mentis, Latin, and everything else rather than just assuming. There's so much I could tell you, Lana. So the big names are waiting until Monday to give their second coming of Christ opinion and BS. How did you know that? They all think what they say is important while they stay puffed up and collars popped. So stupid. They're going to take the whole weekend to make sure I crossed my T's and dotted my I's, question mark, to do their research to deflect mine. So stupid. They're one of the great reasons for the exploitation and hate. Their opinions. Really, Sarah, it has nothing to do with the snuff film? Their opinions do not matter to me, and they are not smarter than anyone about my case. Shut your mouth and stop looking pompous and asinine. The mindless lemmings fall for it every time, blah, blah, blah. And I'm the narcissist. My letter must be something, though, if I'm being worked on all weekend. Ha! And yes, I totally thought the same thing about being released on a Friday. Chickens. I'm locked and loaded because of you. Remember that, Lana. I've gotten so much farther and made bigger bullets because of you. I stand up for myself and everyone going through this or has. No one ever is a better advocate for myself other than myself. Duh. No one has ever tried to defend me to date other than myself. I can't do it without you, Lana. I am stronger with you, and I thank you with every fiber of my being forever. You are my John the Baptist and witnessing all I am going through. So that makes her Jesus, right?
Okay.
I'm so proud of you for being brave enough to contact me, for sticking up for me, for believing in me. I'm so proud of you for being so strong in your own life while trying to help me with mine. Who are you? Man, you are so strong and nice and beautiful. Never doubt your worth and beauty ever. He made you perfect and wonderful. Never forget that or underestimate your everything. I love you so much, no matter what or where. And I don't even know what you look like. It's funny. I was wondering if she's ever seen a picture of her. Courage, strength, power, and might. I can and will do this and so much better with you. Ha! On to my next message. You're spectacular and loved. Remember. And
So,
then oh, go ahead.
they have to break them. She has to break them up because there is a character limit.
35,000 is
Yeah.
the character. Yeah. Yeah.
I've never hit that in communicate. Like, I mean, I communicate with the inmates on these systems, and I'm just saying.
Can you
I'm
on these,
wordy
can
and
they
I haven't
talk
hit
to
that.
each other? Like, can they see each other on these if they wanted to do like a phone call or no?
Not so every county jail has something different.
Okay.
And it sounds like for these tablets at this time, she could maybe watch movies, listen to some music, and then do the messaging. But there's I have different. It used to be that like if I sent a message to one of the guys I had in county, right, I could pay for a stamp so that they could write back to me. But then I
Oh.
found out that then one time I came along and they said, well, it costs them time. Like they have to pay for every however many minutes they're actually on there. So they couldn't see my message. And then like GTL merged with one of the I there's
Securus or
app. Yeah, the
okay.
apps and the websites and the I have them all. They're all messed up. It doesn't make any sense. There's no coherence to it. And
Okay.
then if they it almost works like text messaging if the person you're now as in 2025 in Hillsborough, if they're still on like right then. So like one time I'd sent a message to one of my guys and I was like, "Do you want me to come out and visit you today like I planned or no?" And he wrote me back right when I hit the parking lot of the jail and was like, "Nah, you can come tomorrow." I was like, "All right, fine. Then I'll go home." Like
Oh wow.
but,
Okay.
but if he had it in his hand because it was short, it would have gone through, right? That doesn't
Oh.
it because these are, as you can see, being captured. But if
Right.
it's just a quick back and forth, there's not going to be any hold on it for any reason. It was just it passed along to the next guy. He didn't have it in his hand. Do you see?
Yes, because there's limited number of tablets and they're shared across
Yeah, and
the
every jail
inmates.
is different. And like I said, the companies and the apps are merging, and the whole thing is just an absolute mess. I let the money run out on like every account I have.
Oh my
Which
god.
if you don't use it up, they will just take it. And so
Oh.
I just let it all go because I was tired of getting abused anyway, so.
Oh god, I can't even imagine like the verbal abuse. I'm just reading some of the comments. Someone asked earlier, and I think Colette, it was you, how did they meet? So Lana saw Sarah's address on one of the YouTube channels from someone reading her letter, and so she wrote to her. So prior to these text messages, we pick up the text messages. I want to say I can't remember. It's earlier in 2024 though, right? Because at trial, at sentencing, she said she hadn't known her quite 11 months yet. But then it seems like they really started getting into conversations once the tablet came into play because it's faster for them to go back and forth versus snail mail.
Oh, 100% because that mail gets scanned on the way in and the way out, and they never get the originals into their
Ah,
hands.
okay. Okay, let's get back into this then.
Mhm.
This is uh-oh. Didn't change the configuration. Where are we? There we are. Okay. So this is Sarah to Lana, 6:23, 1:08 p.m. regarding Zav girl. This girl makes me mad just from her dumbness and, yes, obliviousness. Wow. I'm trying to reel it in on what I want to write about this. So here's the nice version. Wait a minute. Yeah, this is outgoing. Okay, first off, the picture you said you were sending was after Zav girl got her mitts on my letter. You said you took a screenshot and we're going to hope it went through. I think my case is bigger than it is. Me? This idiot is the one making it bigger. I don't even know the half of it, only what you send me or an officer tells me about our newbies from the street. Oh, so people coming in are like, "Hey, this is what I heard about Sarah." It's it's big because of her dumbass. Sorry. Don't get me started on this. How old is she, if you had to guess? It is big because of her and all the other ignorant lemmings, making it even bigger when she posts or comments or does anything about me and my case. So stupid. So, did you just happen to be on her site and Collector showed up? Is this the weirdo I said? Who is it? And another WTF moment. What a pitiful liar, Lana. I'm upset because my case is fading. He's upset. He faded. And I didn't want anything to do with his sad, weird ass. He faded. He's the attention whore. Sorry. What a sick liar, Lana. I'm the one who wanted and wants my case from day one to not be in the spotlight, not be global, not be known by all. I tried since the beginning to lessen what it is now. No one listens or cares. There's so much all my attorneys could have done, and the judge and court also. Judge and court are the same, Sarah. As I ask all the time, what is suppressible at this point? Ugh, super eye roll. Sorry. If he tries something scummier, so it is him. Do you know what he looks like? Next time, please chime in asking if he wants me to give you the FU letter I wrote him to get him to stop writing me, along with his weird crying selfie, etc., and him asking me for my signed legal paperwork. Please, let's do it. Chime in. And what private letter? I have two, his numerous other angry letters where his handwriting is almost illegible from him being so upset I wrote what I wrote and was not corresponding with him anymore. Get it right, a-hole. Sorry. Thank you for the information. Chime in if you want. I know you respect your privacy completely, and this would be such a blast in their face. His, especially, if we do all that. At least we know. The pictures are so head-shakingly lame. So weird. Love you. Next message, ellipse. And then 127 regarding Banfield interview. And she's breaking them all up by subject now, too. Oh my God. Eye roll. Sigh. Wow. First off, thank you. You didn't have to. I love you so much for this and everything. This just solidifies what a fake, lying, hideous monster she is. I know this woman, the family. Maybe I know this woman, the family. She is sick too. The things I could tell you. It's so hard to hold back from telling you. So hard. Ezekiel? Isaac? No one is named Ezekiel. And they all hated him. George for who he was and what he did. They fought physically all the time. If not with this brother, the other two. The one almost killed him. Not saying too much, but what I could, Lana. And no, I'm going to crack wide open all their lies. My first attorney, I even told him, that would be Mauricio, to tell them they better get ready because I'm going to show the world who they really are and their precious son. Be prepared because it's definitely coming if they want justice. Me too, clearly. Why would I be fighting so hard and have been from the beginning of everything? They think they don't like me now? Boy, oh boy, just wait. I won't be the one the world hates. They too should have thought about all their regret when they lied, cursed at me, slapped me across the face. Yes, the father did. Called me names and slammed the door in my face so many times I asked for their help. Scoff. 2020 hindsight for all of them, including me. So much I could tell you. Waiting for the next. Love you still. Thank you. And then we have incoming on Lana 624, 1132 regarding Zap Girl.
I didn't get into the live broadcast to chime in, but I can leave a comment, which I'm sure will still rile up everyone who consumes her product. Before I met you, I must admit I had enjoyed her deep dives, especially when it comes to Shanda Vander Ark, which seems to be her number one point of focus. However, for whatever reason, she is now fixated on you, which she has no self awareness that she isn't vetting all of the rumors and innuendo about you. I never realized how irresponsible she is about another woman's life. It's all for entertainment, like the National Enquirer or the Globe, those scummy periodicals one sees at grocery store checkout lines with headlines like Johnny Depp impregnated me telepathically or whatever. Zavgirl is a conduit for any rumor. She entertained the one that says you rejected a manslaughter plea deal. How the hell would she or anyone else know that? And if a potential juror hears that one, not good, even if there is a nugget of truth to it. I might be a little scarce for a couple of days. My son contracted strep throat from his work. Restaurants are almost as bad as schools when it comes to transmitting contagious diseases. And this morning I woke up with a sore, scratchy throat. Tomorrow, when I go into dialysis, I'm going to get tested too. Ugh. I'm immunocompromised, so it sucks. I'm still in a good mood though, and writing you makes me smile. I wish you weren't in there. 4 years with no conviction is a travesty. How will they compensate you when you are exonerated? You're absolutely right. Once you get free, there are serious issues and breakdowns in justice. Anytime things that should never be for profit are for profit, corruption is sure to follow. I'm glad you have chosen not to be pushed around. I'm glad to know you. I'd better get some rest. Cheers to the start of a good week.
Okay, so then Sarah responds 624-305 regarding Zav Girl. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear you are not feeling well, cry face. I hope it's not from all your late night binges for information on my part. I keep telling you, butthead, to not overdo it. I never ever want to jeopardize your mental and physical well being. You mean lots to me, Lana, and I'm sending big hugs, hot homemade chicken noodle soup, and a Costco sized bag of halls to you and your son. Heart. I hope you know what a Costco is. I was actually wondering what was up when I didn't see any messages from you when we eventually had access to the tablets this morning. Thank you for checking in and know you are loved beyond measure in the meantime. Don't overdo it. Please, if you can, do let me know how tomorrow goes after your dialysis and strep tests. The flu, strep, and respiratory infections seem to always hit in the transition of spring to summer. At least it does here. I pray you are safe. Are we transitioning from spring to summer in June? That doesn't make sense. Anyway, at least it does here. I pray you are safe and well very soon. If there's anything I can do for you on top of loving you and considering where I am, do not hesitate to please let me know, Lana. Check your mailbox. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm not going to count all the thank yous. I
No,
think she used up
because
the
that's the
remainder of her
pages.
35 characters for the thank
Mm-hmm.
you. Oh my.
My God. Mm-hmm.
Whew. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
My darling and beautiful, kind, generous, lovely gift from God, absolute best person I know, friend for my Skittles, which came today. Gosh, you're nice. Love you so, so, so much. I don't deserve you. Heart, rest and rejuvenate. Heart, keep me posted. Heart, don't overdo it. Heart, rest in the Lord and wait patiently for him. Do not fret, because him who prospers in his way, because of the man who brings wicked schemes to pass. Psalm 37:7. We got this, Lana. Trouble never ceases, so don't worry. It will be there still when you're back in action. Heart, friends forever. Heart, check your mailbox. And then there's Let me just check because we're at 5:45. Maybe we do questions. Let me just see. What Okay, do you want to do this last one? It's Lana, and then we'll address the comments.
Sure. Haha. Guess you got the Skittles. I'm so happy. How is the other stuff in the pack? Besides Skittles, what is your favorite in there? It helps me get you more what you want. I know that money isn't the only economy of trade in there. So, were you able to trade some items for more of what you want and need? I always worry about someone trying to run a scam on you too in there, but I have no idea about anything there. So, don't mind me. I had good dialysis, but I'm pretty wiped out and will be enjoying a much needed rest. I keep checking my mail as you have suggested, but haven't seen anything there from you. Whatever it is, I'm really excited. All right, on to business. Imagine my arm around your shoulder for a second because it's good news. As of right this second, I have not yet listened to all of these that I am listing to you. In the interest of true transparency, I will list the positives and the negative headlines. The user Gavin Fish streamed about your letter and captioned that you show some solid legal chops. 80,000, 80, I math numbers just went right out of my head. 83,000 subscribers. The lawyer you know, 390,000 subscribers. This is a big name when it comes to your case. He was a focused on you, not intending to represent yourself. I will be prioritizing studying out this video. He is a Florida lawyer out of Clearwater. He gives information regarding your case with a specifically Florida law bent. A couple of new true crime pages between 50,000 and 200,000 subscribers are late to the party posting their introductions to your case with 4 to 6 hour videos, which contain all interrogations, yours and your former husband's. One quipped it was your worst hangover ever. Haha, you really are a wizard of smart, you idiots. How do you suffer these fools in their horse shit? Anyways, to put things into perspective, Zapgirl only has 101,000 subscribers. I have never seen a more desperate for money individual. I guess when you're from Ohio, excuse me, I'm from Ohio. You've got nothing better to do. Lol. How are you doing? What a weekend like in there. Does anyone ever play musical instruments inside there? I've always wondered.
All right, so that is we end at page 86, and then let's do questions. Get both of us back on screen. Before I take their questions, what are your thoughts of their relationship?
It's really fascinating to see it develop this way. I'm actually, when I get transcripts of stuff like, it's usually my clients and the baby mamas, they're just clashing back and forth and I can't translate half of it, or there's witness tampering going on. It's not anything like this. So this is really interesting. I mean, I don't know. I haven't sort of grasped entirely what I think about it. What do you think?
I think it's interesting, both the love bombing. I mean, I'm having a bit of a mental gymnastic event in my head between the two of them, because on the one hand, I feel like Lana is being a genuinely nice person, but I also feel like she's people pleasing a little bit to endear herself to Sarah. And I don't know if that's because of her true crime fanaticism. I don't know if that's the right word, but is it, I just don't know that I would meet someone and immediately take their side, send them money, especially for an active crime, right? I will admit I've written to a prisoner before, but their case was already, they had already been adjudicated guilty and were in prison. But so I just don't, I'm just trying to figure out, was it to be useful? Did she really believe in Sarah? What does she think today after all the information
that's
has
what
been
I want to
revealed?
know so badly. I want to know so badly what she thinks today. I really do.
Yeah.
I would love to know that.
CJ and PA. Hello, CJ. The lawyer also went to sentencing, sat behind a couple jurors who were also there. He knew because of what they were saying to each other. Later, she sent the rest of her letter, including her gold, 4 jurors. Oh, it was 4 jurors. Wow. I would love to talk to a juror. It's two people with severe trauma and personality disorders, trauma bonding. Oh yeah, maybe there is some trauma.
Well, I have to think to some extent too that like there's some element of thrill in this for Lana. I mean, she's a big true crime person. She sounds like she has some health issues, you know, for a big huge, I mean, because it did blow up. I don't know if it was blowing up during this time period, but you know, it's got to be a little bit of a thrill, like somebody that you see in your true crime world is like now communicating with you as an insider.
Right, and you're getting like inside information and gaining trust.
Yeah.
NRH says Lana ingratiates herself to Boone by providing info and reinforcement. Yeah, she's making herself needed. It's a little like codependent-y, you know? It's interesting. Okay, let me see. I'm trying to look for the paperclip because they're on your channel. I saw some of Zav Girls during Letitia Stouch. She had the autopsy photo. That's when I first learned of her. Which I just thought was strange.
Oh, therapist Gino says codependency with a narcissist is dangerous. Hi, therapist Gino. Nice to see you.
Hi, therapist Gino. Lana is enamored with Sarah, says Julie.
Yeah, Ohio Pom Mom is with me. Let's not be knocking Ohio, y'all. Like I live in Florida, but I'm from Ohio, so like there's only so much abuse I can take.
Sarah T, I've asked her. She does not want to. She is committed to Sarah to not talk publicly about their relationship. And those would be my questions. You know what I mean? So where she's not going to be on. I tried though. I did try. Lana is feeding what she wants to hear, like a jar of Gerber. Now I got this image of Sarah on a jar of Gerber baby. Oh, please no. No, I do have that one image of her in the onesie with her like pounding her fist in her little slippers, like a onesie and a diaper. Like, also for the members, there's a new Sarah emoji in there with her what I call the stank face. But yeah. Oh, thank you. I try to do as much research as possible. So, what do you think about her lying about the plea deal? Like, why wouldn't she just say, like, yeah, I'm passing it up?
So we're in 2023 when these are happening.
These are 2024. This is June. It's right before. So June 28th is when Kranick announces to her. Let me just check the date while I'm talking to you. I'll tell you the exact date we're on. We're on June 25th. So in 3 days, she's about to find out. She's been effing around. She's about to find out.
Okay. Because I was going to say if it was maybe if too much time had passed, she might have forgotten that was a thing. I don't know why she says, I mean, she lies. So I don't know why tell this lie. You know, maybe she thinks that somehow it makes her look less not guilty. I don't even know how to articulate what she might be thinking if she passed that information along.
Yeah. So I don't know if you saw them or heard the messages when her brother asked her to consider the deal. Excuse me, I'm doing bubbly beverages. She like went off on him of like, it's Cashman. She's up to no good. She's trying to force me into a plea deal because Cashman had also represented Christina Pena. And she had asked Christina to take a deal for probation. And Christina, ultimately, her charges were dropped. Their cases are not similar in any way. One, I don't know why Christina didn't bond out, but obviously Sarah is on a non-bondable offense. Like, ma'am, there's no way your case is getting dropped and you're walking out scot-free.
Right. I mean, the people, I think the more time that goes by between the time they're charged and the time they're tried, the wilder the things that they believe to be true become.
Right. That's wow. Yeah. Deb H, maybe Sarah kind of liked Lana in her own way and couldn't bring herself to tell Lana she was guilty, so couldn't take the plea deal. Just a thought. All the more reason to take the plea deal. Oh, you're saying like because she believes she's going to be exonerated? I mean, the video, the snuff film.
I love it that you called it a snuff film.
I think Sarah likes being in prison, and she didn't take the plea because she was hooked on her own fame. Hi, Junkie the Bear. I mean, I think it's probably the best structure for her, jail and prison. You know, there's like, you know what you're going to do every day. I mean, I guess she knew before she was going to drink and pass out, but this is more like productive.
Yeah, I just don't know what she thought, like, if she got out, what she thought would happen for her. Like, you have nowhere to go, you have no money, you have no car, you have no heirlooms or any of the things, right? And I
Right.
often wonder, like, what do you think that is going to happen to you? And I've been listening to you with her messages, or maybe you're reading family court stuff, and why she expects Brian to be funding her commissary account or her any of her stuff, why she believes that should be happening is so mind-blowing to me.
Yeah.
Like,
And
on
she's very
what?
aggressive. She's not even like, hey, can
Yeah.
you do this? She's like, you better.
No. I don't understand it, not even a little.
And
I
the
just
whole, I don't know if you caught the part where she put it about her car, and you said heirloom, so you caught that part. But like,
mhm.
why would the family court judge care about your freaking car and heirlooms?
But
Like, come over
that's
here.
the other thing that is really interesting to me is how she thinks judges are going to be able to step in and, like, be her personal advocate in some way. Again, there's like a scope to these things, right? It's not like the judge can just do whatever. Like, hey, I'm gonna go get your car for you. Like, I don't get it. I don't get
I
it.
don't either. And she's got people helping her because a lot of the folks on my side were like, oh, she didn't write those last two
No,
letters. So I'm like, even,
the most recent things you have read from her, wherever whatever you've been dropping a
yeah,
lot of videos,
yeah,
okay?
yeah.
So whatever I have heard that have recently been written and they are much more legal sounding, somebody else is writing those. She is 100% not writing those.
So why didn't they tell her, listen, the family court judge is not going to hear about your heirlooms, like i.e. your Christmas bulbs or whatever else she said in your car?
My guess is that you hit a wall when somebody's not going to listen. So it's like, okay, I'm going to write it this way and I'm not going to just keep going back and forth with you. It's not worth it to me. I'll say what you want me to say, you know? I
Yeah.
don't know. It's not the same. The person, whoever's writing now what you've been reading, whether those are family law court filings, that's you know, because you've heard all of Sarah's writing for all these years, you know that is not her writing those, because it's using actual, like, legal turns of phrase that you would expect to read.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Initially, I thought it was like AI because she kept repeating "Here comes now," which you wouldn't do in a legal pleading.
No,
Like she did it like,
no, you do at the opening of every pleading. You would
but she
say
did it like
comes down
6 times in one
in
document.
the same pleading.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
yeah. Alexis says it's her. She's Sarah's ghostwriter.
Oh my God. Tell her the judge doesn't care about her car.
It's not Alexis.
Oh my God. Someone gifted memberships. Thank you. Ableist. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Okay, so we're gonna wrap up. I have pinned in the comments, like I said earlier, Sam's channel. If you're on my side watching, please go over and sub to Sam. She goes live every Saturday, 7:15. Some of you, the members, went over last night after our live chat.
Yes.
And what else have you got coming up that you want to share with folks?
Well, I am going to start doing some pre-records and releasing them, which I'm like 6 weeks late on doing. But I try to keep a eye on what's going on in YouTube, and then bring what I know about the behind the scenes part of that, and come and talk to you guys about all the things. So I just have to tune in and see. I don't have a concrete plan as to what's up next.
Okay, that's how I roll. Everybody turn on your notifications after you subscribe to Sam.
Absolutely. Yes. And please drop by, say hi, leave a comment on a post or a short or a video, and, you know, let me know what you want to know.
Absolutely.
And thank you so much for letting me do this with you.
Yes, thank you. It's always therapeutic. So I appreciate you making time for us today.
Absolutely. I enjoyed it immensely. Please feel free to invite me back.
Absolutely. Listen, be careful what you wish for. I have your email, ma'am. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Toodles, everybody. Thanks, Sam.